Hi everyone, hope you all are doing well. In my today's video, I am going to solve SQL Leetcode solutions which I took from Leetcode site, and this I'll share you link on my in description box. You can go and check all Leetcode solutions questions, as well as in some cases solutions are there, so you can check solution there also. And here in today's video I will take two questions which are in hard section, and I'll solve for you guys. So without wasting time, let's go and see the questions for the lead code. Before that, I want to say that whoever didn't like and subscribe my video yet, please like and subscribe my video. It gives me motivation to create new content. Okay, so come, let's start our video for today. So this is lead code site. I will show you first how you can go. Link I will share in my description box, lead code link. In Leetcode, it is a platform where you can practice all programming. Even you can practice Python or data science also you can practice. I will use SQL. So here, if you can see, you can filter out, like if you want to practice on array, you want to practice on particular topics also, you can take and practice, like hash table, then dynamic programming, math, sorting, everything you can practice. Here you can see algorithm, database. So I will select database because I'm going to solve SQL. So I'll select database. In this you have many difficulty levels, like easy, medium, hard. So, and few questions are like unlock. It is free. You can open and solve, submit your answers. And remaining some questions are like premium version. For that you have to take paid services. So for those who are beginner, I will suggest you to solve all these questions which are already open. No need of going for paid one. Yeah, but for further, if you want to practice more, you can go and have paid versions as well, because you will get question as well as more questions as well as solutions for those questions. So today I will solve two questions which I will take. One, I will use this trips and users, and second I will solve human traffic of stadium. This two question I selected, first reason is because they both are in hard level. So easy and medium we all can solve if we have knowledge of and little bit understanding of SQL, we can solve. But the hard, wherever it is hard mentioned, you will definitely get some new point of learning. Wherever you will see hard, when you'll open these questions, definitely you will get some new point of learning. So I selected hard questions, and so come, let's see. First I'll open trip and users. So if you'll see in trips and user, basically it is a data of some car company, like not car company, not particularly car company, like some this taxi services, like if you are from India, and in India we have Ola and Uber, and other countries I guess Uber is there. So like that, I guess some data is there. So in this they provided us two table, trips and users. In trips table you will get ID, client ID, driver ID, city ID, status, request at is date column. It is like which date client or client traveled or driver took tax driver gave trip. So if you will read, let's read what is the mention. ID is the primary key for this table, okay, and the table holds all taxi trips. Each trip has a unique ID, while client ID and driver ID are foreign keys to the user ID. So I told you that whenever it is hard question, you will definitely get to learn some new idea. And here it is, this line. Here it is saying that client ID and driver ID are foreign keys to the user ID. It means that in table users we have user ID, in which your client ID as well as your driver ID both are mixed. If you'll see, you can find in table that 1 2 3 4 it is client id, and 10 11 12 13 it is driver id. So this point you have to note here, because this point is giving you hint to solve question. I will tell you how it is giving hint later. First we'll read another point. So I already explained you about trip table. Now come, let's go for user table. In user table we have three columns: users id, ban is giving you status whether driver is banned or client is banned, or they both are not banned. So it is like yes no in that way. And role is if you'll go, role is client driver partner. So come, let's see question. So first what they mentioned, cancellation rate, because we have to calculate cancellation rate. So they have mentioned how you are going to calculate cancellation rate. So cancellation rate is computed by dividing the number of cancelled request with unbanned users. So number of cancellation, but user should be unbanned. User can be driver, user can be client, user can be partner, but it should be unbanned, divided by total number of requests with unbanned users. So it is like total number of requests. Here one filter will be number of cancellation divided by total number of requests, but with unbanned users. You have to keep this thing clear in your mind. Now next is write a SQL query to find the cancellation rate of request with unbanned users. Both client and driver must not be banned. So here also one thing is very clear, that both should be unbanned each day between 2013 10 to 2013 10 3. Round cancellations rate to 2 decimal points. Okay, so in start, since we want both the data, because ban is in our user table, and remaining I want from column trip table. So first work is to join table. So let's join table. So we'll join t dot, I'll take trip table as t, comma, I'll take user table as u, but actually you don't want to, because result doesn't require, we'll check result as well in which format they want result. So result required only day as well as cancellation rate. So result doesn't require anything from your user table. But yeah, same time you have to consider ban column and users id. So what I am going to do is, I'll take only t data, select t dot all from trips as t, join u1. Here we have to, this is the important point, what we have to focus is, I am going to join user table 2 times with my trip table. One time I'll consider user table according to client, another time I am going to consider user table according to driver. So this is the main point what you have to focus here. You have to join your user table, since in user table itself you have both your client id as well as your driver id. So you have to join your user table 2 times with your trip table. So join u1 dot, join user or users, be careful, it is users, join users as u1 on. Now on, it should be, first I will join client id. So t1 dot client id should be equal to u1 dot user id. Again join users as u2 on, I'll mention same. So on t1 dot equal to u2 dot, here t1 dot driver id equal to user dot id, And since here we want table only data only for 3 dates, so we'll filter out data here itself where date. So date is request. What is the date column? Request at, where request at between date, take date, what date you want, between this and this. So here itself you are going to filter your data. Now let's check whether it is working or not. No, something is problem. Let's see. I guess t1.driver id. Why, what is here? It's driver id only. Unknown column t1.in on clause. First of all, this itself is wrong. No, t. Sorry, it's not t1. It's t. Rn. Now what is the problem? u2 dot user id. u2 dot user id. What is user id? Something is wrong. Users id. Okay. Users id. Okay. Now run. Okay. So now we got our table. We'll make it big. So our table is now joined. Okay. Here id 9, 3, 10, 12 completed. 13, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. Okay. So it is joined. Now next point. So what our next point is saying, that user id should, let's see our question. Table holds all taxi trip. Each trip has, okay, where is question? Write a SQL query to find the cancellation rate of requests with unbanned users. First of all, I'll write my notepad. What I'll do, I'll solve here. I'll suggest you also to always write your problem, divide your problem into sections, because it will help you in going one by one way. So first join tables, second, and join tables, not only join table, what, two times join tables on user id, users id, two times, or not two times, we'll say user id one with client id and driver id, like that you mentioned, clearly mentioned, so it will be easy for you to solve. So in this stage completed. Next stage is we have to mention, take data with unbanned users. So what we should do here itself, we can filter out where now we have two tables, right? One is u1, in this client id is there, so where u1 I'll mention and u1 dot ban equals to no and u2 dot ban equals to no dot ban equals to. So first just check whether it is ban or banned, because all these things we have to be clear, otherwise okay, ban. So now what here my I'm filtering that, since now I already divided my this table users table in two part. One is user1 u1 and there is u2. So u1 table you are going to get client data, and u2 table you are going to get driver data. So your u1 client data should in your client data band column should be no, only that table that data you have to select. And in u2 user 2 data also band should be only no, other than that you should not select. So let's see whether it is coming or not. Okay, so it is coming. So here all those datas are coming where it is user is not banned. So we'll check one just example. We'll see client is banned for 2, so 2 should not be there. Yeah, correct, 2 is not here. Like this you can recheck also your queries whether so as per this table only 2 should not come, remaining all should come. So 1 3 4 correct, then 1 3 3 4, yeah, 2 should not come and 2 is not here. And driver, this is cancelled by client, so driver all data will come. Okay, so for driver no filtration will come, all data will come. Okay, fine. So 10, if you'll see 10 11 11 should also be there, but I guess 11 gone because of 2. Let's see. Yeah, see, if you'll see 11 gone because of 2. User client ID is 2 for 11. Drive for ID, driver ID 11, client ID is 2. So it is it is not coming in our, if you'll see, it is not coming in our result of joining table. Now, so half of your question solved here itself. But next is we'll consider this as our CTE. I'm generally using table as C. I'm solving queries according to CTA because, so you see, if you'll use common table expression, it will reduce your running time. So I'm using generally CTE. So with CTE as this, now what we have to do, we have to simply select request date. So what is the name of request date? Request at, right? If you'll see request at, select request at, because we want only 2 columns. If you'll see solution, if you'll see output, you want only request at as day, comma, cancellation rate. Now you have to calculate here cancellation. So for cancellation, what you have to do, you have to first, I will calculate round and all I'll do later. As of now I'll calculate only cancellation rate. So for cancellation rate, what is the way of solving, what they have mentioned, a cancellation rate is computed by dividing the number of cancelled requests with unbanned users. So already users are unbanned only, ban user I already removed, so this we don't have to think. But unbanned by the total number of requests with unbanned users. Okay, and when number of cancelled, Okay, okay. We have to take here number of cancelled. So in this type of case, when you have to calculate count as well as sum from in same column, then what you should do, we should use case function. So what I will do, I will use sum of, will apply case function case when my this column name status is not equal to what I'll mention completed. If it is not equal to completed means automatically it is cancelled. So either it is cancelled by driver or it is cancelled by customer. So instead of writing like that, when status is cancelled by driver and status is cancelled by a client, better I'll mention when status is not equal to completed, then what I should do, then I should consider 1 else 0 end. So sum of this is going to be as my, what I should say, no wait, divided, sum of this divided by count. If you will take count of all will give you overall count of status. So we want, this is only cancellation rate, no, divide number of cancellation divide by total number of requests. So I took it, this what is going to come for this query. This query will give you, if wherever status is not completed, it will consider as 1. So suppose it for this case completed 1, then again for this case completed 1, so sum when you will take it will come as 2, then this one will count as 0, so 0, this one will count as 1, so it is 3. Sorry, I'm saying opposite. This one will count as 0, this one will count as 0, this one will count as 1. Then query will go down, this all three will count as 0, here it will count as 2. So 2 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 divided by 7. It will come in this way, it will calculate. So what will count of all as what should I mention here? Cancellation rate. Cancellation rate from CTE. Now if I'm correct, my result should come, but one more important thing is, since I used aggregate function, I should do group by. So group by should be according to where you should use group by. So what we actually want, we want days, day wise, so we should group by according to request at. And order by also better will use, because our data, when we join, our data is not clear. If you'll see here 1 1 1, then 2 2 3 3, okay, data is clear only, date is correct only, but okay, okay, then no need of order by. Let's see whether it is coming or not. Let's solve. So answer is wrong because I didn't use till now round, so it will be wrong only. But okay, so what and all things are wrong here, you can see output should be 3 2 1. My output is 3 2 1, but correct output should be 1 2 3. Okay, and this round is there. Okay, understood, this I already know. So here we have to use order by function, order by request at. So when you'll use order by, this problem will solve. Then here in round you should use, so round, I'll take it in new line itself, round comma 2 as cancellation rate, This one, this issue will solve. And then what issue is this? Another is okay, okay, okay. So I should not write in this way. I should write in this way. Okay. So now I guess everything should come correct. Let's see. Okay, something is problem. You have an error. Cancellation rate, something is wrong. Where I did wrong? Cancellation rate. Okay. Okay. So it is correct. Now I will submit. Let's see whether all test cases are correctly running or somewhere it is coming, problem is coming. Let's see. So it is accepted. So here you can see when you will submit your code, it will show you that your run time was this much and where you are located. So like this you can see here, and that too you can, this query will save also. Whenever you will go to your question section, in your question section it will come as correct. Tick mark will come. I'll show you. If you'll see here, see I have solved all these things. This one I didn't solve. This 4 I solved, so it is coming tick. Then trip and user I solved, it is coming tick. So whatever you will solve, it is coming as tick. It will store in your as your database. So I'll click here again. I'll open. I'll show you guys. I'll zoom and show you my code. Simultaneously, I'll copy paste this code on my GitHub link, as well as I'll mention description box as well. You can directly copy paste from description box, but first I will request you guys to practice by yourself, try by yourself. If you are not able to do, then you go and check my solution. But first try to solve by yourself. So this is, you can take screenshot, or if you want to just see. I will mention, anyways I will mention in my description box this full code. You can download from there. Okay, so this one solved. Come, let's go to next question. So next question I have already opened here. This is human traffic of stadium. So let's read what it is saying. In this table, yeah, this question is very good question actually. For those who are beginners, you will get one, with this question you will get one new idea of finding consecutive data whenever it comes, because in many interview question you will, maybe you will be asked like how to find consecutive data. Maybe they will not give you query, but they will ask you a procedure how to find consecutive data. So for that purpose only actually I solved this question, and I took this question for my video. So I will read here, you can get idea. Even you can go and check solution here. If you'll see this section, solution section, you will get clear, more solution, more way of solving same question. So you can use my process of solving as well as there. You can check solutions here also. Okay, come, let's solve. Let's read first. So we have one table, stadium. In that table we have three columns: ID, visit date, people. Visit date is the primary key for this table. Each row of this table contains the visit date and visit ID to the stadium with the number of people during the visit. Okay. So what it is saying, that in this visit date, how many members visited on that date, it your data is showing that thing only. and ID is each row of this table contains the visit date and visit ID. So for this visit date, one particular ID is there, and in this visit date and this visit ID, how many people visited, this data is all about that. So no two rows will have the same visit date, and the ID increases, and as the ID increases, date increases as well. Okay. So now what we have to do, write an SQL query to display the record with 3 or more rows with consecutive IDs. What it is saying here, be careful, very careful what it is saying, try to understand that we have to display those records where 3 or more rows with consecutive IDs and number of people is greater than or equal to 100 for each. So if you'll go and see, first we'll read full question. Return the result table ordered by visit date, okay, in ascending order, okay. So what my question is saying, that if your public people is greater than 100 and your date, visited date is consecutive. So here if you'll see, it is 1st Jan 2017, but person only 10 people visited. In 2nd Jan 2017, 109 people visited, so it is above 100. So we can consider this as my first record. But again, we can only select this record if another 2 records will also be above 100 and it is consecutive. So on 3rd Jan, number of people visited is 150. But on 4th Jan, number of people visited is only 99, less than 100. So this section of data we cannot take. Next, this 4 data gone, we cannot select this data because 3 we want, it is clearly mentioned that your data should be number of people is greater than or equal to 100 and display the records with 3 or more rows with consecutive IDs. So this data we cannot take, it is cancelled, waste data. For according to us it is waste. Then next, 5th of Jan, if you will see, number of people visited 145. 6th of Jan 1455, 7th of Jan 199, and 9th of Jan 188. But here one thing you can see, that after 7th 8 is not coming, directly 9th is coming. So do we have any condition in our question which says that consecutive date should also be there? We have to focus this. Write an SQL query to display the records with 3 or more rows with consecutive IDs. It is not saying that consecutive date should also be there. So you don't have to think anything about this. This will come as your data, only consecutive IDs should come. So for this type of case, if you'll see here, output also they have clearly mentioned that 4 rows with IDs 5, 6, 7 and 8 have consecutive IDs and each of them has greater than equal to 100 people attended. Note that row 8 was included even though the visit date was not the next day after row 7, because in our question it is not mentioned that visited date should also be consecutive. The rows with IDs 2 and 3 are not included because we need at least 3 consecutive IDs. Okay. So when this type of questions is coming, like when this type of requirement is there, what you have to do first thing is filter out data according to 100%, because we don't want data where public is less than 100. So first write down first point, filter out data. Select data only where people greater than equal to 100. Second point will come. Okay, first I'll go do this, then second point I'll explain you. So I'll write select all from stadium where people greater than equal to 100, and you will take your filter out data. Let's run this our data. So this is our data. Okay. Now, whenever this type of questions are coming, where you have to find consecutive number, consecutive data, first thing what you do, you calculate row number. I will explain you why we are calculating row number. So, we'll calculate row number over partition by, actually here there is no window is there, so you no need to go for partition by. Just what you have to do, you have to take id over id. You don't no need of taking partition. Partition by you are using in Windows function only when you have something to divide. Here you cannot divide because 2, 3, 5, if you will make use partition by also, only one partition will come. There is no need. Only what you have to do over id, where you have to apply row number over your id column. So apply row number over id as, I'll mention it as something, I'll mention id next from stadium where people greater than equal to 100. Let's see. Where window name id. id is not defined. Why? Because I guess it we should not directly use odd id. Something should come order by id. Let's see. Yes, it is coming. So okay, this only I want. For 2, 1, if you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you got row number. Now here if you'll see, you will get one very good point to notice. When you will subtract your id next from your id, you will get here 1. 2 minus 1, 1. 3 minus 2, 1. But when you will subtract your id, 5 minus 3, it will come as 2, not 1. Why? Because this gap, this is showing as your gap in your id. When you will show, when you will do 6 minus 4, again it will come 2. When you will do 7 minus 5, it will come 2. When you will do 8 minus 6, it will come 2. But again, if any skip is there, suppose if instead of 9, 10 will be there, it will come as 3. Gap will 10 minus 7, 3. That gap would have come as 3. So this is a very important point. Whenever you are going to find consecutive data, you have what you have to do, you calculate row number and then subtract it. You can subtract it from your visit date also, but we don't want to subtract here from our visit date. We want to subtract from our id only. If you have to calculate visit date, consecutive visit date, then you have to subtract your id, this row number in visit date, means what it would have done, 1 day from your visit date, 2 day from your visit date. So one common field, actually what I want to say is, you want some common field, one more column you want in which some common field should come, which you can relate it. Wait, maybe you are not able to understand now. You will understand after 1 minute. I'll make one more column which I will do as id minus this, as I'll give name as difference. From stadium. Now you will understand. Now you see here. Now if you will see, you are getting difference. This two slot is consecutive, but this is not consecutive for this two. That only they said, and that is the only question, right? That you want to get consecutive IDs. So whenever any skip will be there, no matter whether you want ID or visit date, if skip is there, means you your difference when you will subtract from your row number, that difference will come. Otherwise same difference value will be same for all data where skip is not there. Wherever it is consecutive, your difference will always come same. But when the time skip comes, whether it is ID or visit date, if skip will come, then your difference also will get difference, will change. So now here it will get 2 2 2 2. For 5 6 7 8 it will get 2 2 2. Then if again it would skip would have come in ID from 9, then it would have come as 3 3 3 3. So whenever wherever skip will come, your difference between your row number and your that column from where you are comparing, your difference will change. So if you'll see here, and this difference only we want. Now it is very easy for us. What we have to do, we'll create one CTE with CTE as this. Actually your questions got solved here itself. Now what you have to do, again you have to create one window function. What you will do, why you want to create one window function? Because you want to show wherever count is greater than 3, because this only is your question. Wherever consecutive number, I'll show where it is. To display the records with 3 or more rows with consecutive IDs. So wherever your consecutive IDs, wherever count of difference is greater than 3 or equal to 3, your data, your window, I mean your solution is that data only. So with CT as this, select. So again you will create one window function, but window function, this is not, you will not use um, row number and all, we'll use count function, but will make as window only. With count function will make window. So select all, comma, count of all over. Now since you have partition, you will use partition by difference, but as you can give as number of records, number of records from CTE. So so can you see here number of record? So what it is saying, that for this partition, because you have created partition for difference, so for this partition wherever difference is 1, you have two data. If you'll see, if you'll see this partition, you have two data. Then again if you'll see this partition, you have four data. So it is showing for this two data you have two datas, and for this one big partition you have four data. Now what you have to do, again we'll create one CTE. So with CTE1 as this, select all. No need of select all actually. Now what we want is select ID, comma, visit date, comma, triple, where number of record is greater than equal to 3. That's it. Your problem is solved now. Run. Oof. Where is wrong? Column ID in field list. Why? ID only, no? What is the problem? Oh, from CTE1, where number of record equals to 3, greater than equal to 3. See, your runtime is 189 millisecond. Actually, we have to focus on this also, because when data is huge, it will create more time. Since this is small data, so it is taking less time, but that's why we are using CTE, because CTE will create, will reduce your runtime. So if you'll see, you'll get only, this is my output and this is their output, so it is same. Now we'll submit. Let's see whether submitting time it is coming correct or not. So see, it is accepted. Here if you'll see, it beat 38.17 and I am lying here somewhere. So like this, you have to think, this question was actually very interesting, because I didn't saw anyone making this video on consecutive data. If you already watch some video where you got consecutive data, it's well and good, but for those who didn't found, this will definitely help you for finding consecutive data. So today this much is enough, and you can solve LeetCode questions by yourself. If you have any doubt in any question, you can send me on my mail ID. I will definitely try to help you. My mail ID, my GitHub link, everything I'll share on description box. So whenever you want help related to your SQL queries, you can ask me anytime. You can send me mail. I will definitely, whenever I'll see, I'll definitely reply you, and I will try to make videos as well on that question, because so that it can help others as well. Maybe others are also looking for same type of questions, so it will help others also. So okay guys, for today this video, this much is enough. You can go ahead, practice SQL, try to practice more, then only you will get handy for SQL. Have a great day ahead. Thank you guys, thank you for watching my videos. Still, whoever didn't like and subscribe my video, please do share, like and subscribe my video. It gives me, really it gives motivation for me to create new content. And that's it. Okay, have a great day ahead. Bye bye.